Hello Cancer, and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self to ultimately create the life that you desire and deserve. As I do in all of my readings, I pulled the overall energy and clarified those messages, as well as the overall theme for the reading, which we'll jump into in just a second. But I still have the tarot deck I'll be using, the clarification deck, and the advice deck I'll be using to pull from to close out the reading in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading or coaching session with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember that these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. All right, Cancer, let's jump on in. In your recent past, you have patience with the Five of Pentacles. I feel like you've been trying to be very patient, but you just feel as if you still aren't in general where you want to be. Maybe in your love life, or now this is past energy, but I feel like it's affecting you currently. I feel like it feels like no matter how much you're patient or how much you're struggling to trust, I feel like you just feel like you're not getting to where you want to be, and maybe you're constantly experiencing hope, but then things don't work out. And I just feel like this disappointment has been a very big factor in your life, and it's hard to, it's easy to lose faith when you're in the process of trying to get to where you want to be, but just feeling like no matter what, it's not happening. So I feel like there's definitely some frustration in this energy. Now, in your current energy, you have higher power with the Ace of Wands. So this is very much an energy of continuing to move forward and knowing that you are supported by the universe, knowing you're supported by a higher power, the universe, spirit, higher self, God, divine, whatever resonates with you. I think that, again, it's hard to keep moving forward when it feels like no matter what, things aren't working out. But I do very much feel like this is an energy of, keep moving forward, keep trusting the process, because, lack and loss are never destinations. They are merely indications that we're still in the middle of a journey. And I feel like that's a lot of what this reading is about for you, is you're in the middle of a journey. And the more that you can ground yourself in the truth that you're being supported, that the universe has your back, as long as you're showing up for yourself in the best way that you know how, you can be sure that the universe is going to do its part as well, and kind of letting go of the rest, then things are going to fall into place for you, which is why I feel in your immediate future you have meant to be with the Ten of Pentacles. So this is the abundance that you're looking for, whatever form that might be, in relationships and your finances and your career, whatever the case is. It's meant for you. What you desire is meant for you. And it's kind of this energy of what you desire, what you want wants you. But as you move forward in this process, you have to keep believing in it. And I know how hard that can be when it just feels, when it starts to feel impossible. You experience situations and heartbreak and loss and lack over and over and over again. It's hard to believe that anything else is possible. But the moment that we ensure that we will never be able to create the life that we desire is the moment we give up on it. And I know from experience how hard it is not to give up on it, but I feel like this is about, really trusting in it as much as you can, which is why I feel like the overall theme of the reading is grounded. Staying grounded in your personal truths. I am deserving, I am capable, I am supported by the universe has my back, because you're not going to feel that way all the time. You're not going to always feel like things are working out, like you're always being supported, like you're always being guided. But even if you don't feel that way, it still is inherently true. And the more that you can come back to that place of saying I can do this, I can get there, I am good enough to get there, I am deserving of what it is that I desire, what I want wants me, then you are in those moments of doubt and insecurity and loss and lack, you are actively creating whatever it is that you desire. Most people don't get to where they want to be in life because they give up on it. They give up on the path, they give up on the journey, they give up on the pursuit of it. And I'm not going to say I blame them. I've certainly been in a period of my life where I just kind of gave up on wanting what it was that I deserved and fell back into settling for relationships and for jobs that didn't serve me and for treatment that didn't align with my worth, and I did it because I literally didn't think that anything better was ever going to come along, because no matter how hard I tried, it just felt like I was always back to square one. But a lot of times we don't realize that part of the journey is the commitment to it. Part of creating the life, like I would say even the majority of creating the life that we deserve, is being willing to commit to it, regardless of where, like, what our life currently looks like, which I'm not by any means saying is easy. But Cancer, let's start with looking at this past energy of patience with the 5 of Pentacles. What does Cancer need to know about their recent past? Whoa, there's the 5 of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups. I think that this is definitely, and then the 10 of Cups in reverse, this is definitely this energy of maybe like getting your hopes up, or I don't know, like having certain expectations and then just like being let down. Like getting, again, it just feels like back to the 5 of Pentacles. Man, I really thought things were going to work out. I'm trying to be patient, but no matter how patient I'm being, things continue not to work out. Which is why I feel like this 5 of Pentacles, it's a deep sense of loss. It's a deep sense of lack, of longing almost, feeling as if you are constantly missing what it is that you desire. And I think that has, brought up a lot of emotions for you. Maybe emotions such as, I'm never going to have it. It's not, maybe I'm just, like a lot of times it's like, maybe I'm just meant to be alone. Or maybe I'm just meant to always struggle financially. And that's just my lesson in this lifetime. Your lesson is, in this lifetime, and what the universe kind of puts us through is never a punishment. Our life is always a reflection of what we believe is possible for us. And now we tend to believe what's possible in alignment with what we've experienced, which is where the problem lies. Because when we've experienced heartbreak and failure and loss and lack for so long, we are going to start to believe that that is just the life that we are destined to experience, and nothing will ever be better than that experience, because we've never experienced anything better. So it makes perfect sense why you would feel the way that you do. But at the same time, like I said at the beginning, the number one way to ensure that you never create the life of your dreams, that you never get what it is that you desire, is when you give up on it. And I think I've watched so many people throughout my life settle, whether it's in relationships or in careers that they didn't love, and I watched as it wasn't any better. It's never any better to settle. And I feel like this is just kind of like this message from the universe that's saying you might not be there yet, but you don't want to settle. Keep trusting, keep believing, even if it's hard, especially when it's hard. What else does Cancer need to know about their past energy? There's a 10 of Pentacles, but I like when the cards either flip all the way around or hit the table, like that. The 9 of Pentacles. I feel like the biggest thing that you're desiring in your life and have been desiring is being in a place where you feel stable, where you feel secure, where you feel like you can build. I think that's ultimately what we're all kind of searching for, is a life to build on. I think that it gets hard whenever we're constantly losing and having to start over. And, I think that when we get to a place where we're like, okay, I have this foundation and now I can build on this foundation, that's when we can really start to reach our full potential, because we're not so much worried about, we're not so much worried about getting there. We're worried about how we can continue to expand. And I feel like right now you are constantly feeling like you're in this place of instability, just never getting to the place where you feel like you can feel safe and you can like relax into the life that you're in. And I think that you're literally on the journey of getting there. And, I think it's important to understand that sometimes, what did I see? It's like, a hard truth is that in order to receive the things that we want or to experience the life that we want, we have to have a willingness to face the opposite. Like one of the examples was, in order to, have the relationships that we deserve, we have to be willing to be alone, or like face the fear of being alone, or, be alone instead of settling. And then, if we want the finances that we deserve, if we want financial freedom, at first it really feels a lot like you're broke because you're saving money and you're being financially smart. So, a lot of times we have to understand that wherever we're trying to go in our life often first requires us to face the opposite of that circumstance. And I certainly have learned that in my own journey. Like, being the loneliest I've ever been there's a period in my life where I was the loneliest I've ever been, and that happened right before I met my partner. And then the period of my life where I was struggling financially the most happened right before I was able to experience the success that I deserved and desired and was looking for. So sometimes it can feel like our life is getting worse, but it's actually through that experience that we are being prepared for what it is that we really want. What else does Cancer need to know about their past energy? So just know that, like, what it is that you desire, what it is that you desire, is possible. It's still possible. Even if, like, you have a million different reasons as to why you think it's not, it is still possible. Now, here's the Queen of Swords in reverse. Don't allow yourself to get closed off to the potential. Again, and I feel like this has started happening for you, and I think that that's why, if you're watching this reading, it's kind of this, it's why the universe is kind of giving you this, like, don't give up, keep moving forward kind of energy, is because I do feel like, when we experience heartbreak and loss and all those things that I've mentioned before over and over again, we almost at some point stop trying. And I'm not saying that's you, that you've just given up and you've just stopped trying, but we stop believing. We stop trusting. We stop thinking that we are being supported. We start to allow our doubt and our fear to really take over. Now, I can tell you with absolute certainty that is part of the journey. A lot of times before things really get good, they feel like they're getting worse. And through that experience, the universe is providing you with an opportunity to continue to have faith, to continue to trust, to continue to move forward in that energy, or you're going to give up and you're going to pull back and go back into settling and accepting less than what you deserve, because you think that that's the only way for you to have anything at all, because you give up on the belief that you can have what it is that you truly want. And the universe is saying, don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on love. Don't give up on the ability don't give up on the potential for you to be successful. Like, don't give up on yourself. Stay grounded in the possibility, because there's so much more possibility than you even realize. Okay, current energy for Cancer, higher power with the Ace of Wands. And I feel like I get why you're frustrated, and I get why you'd want to kind of, close yourself off here, but universe is saying, don't do it. Don't do it. All right, what does Cancer need to know about their current energy? I feel like you feel very alone right now, Cancer. I feel like you feel very unsupported, maybe in the material world. Maybe it's like feeling alone in a crowded room kind of thing. Maybe you really do feel like you have no one. I feel like that's why you have this higher power card. I feel like it's so important for you to know that you're not alone, and it's important to know that you're not doing this life alone. Even if you're like, well, I don't see anyone helping me, like, you are supported by energies beyond what it is that you can see right now. A lot of times, we lose our faith because we stop experiencing signs that allow us to experience that faith. For me, there are periods of time where I feel so connected to my spiritual guidance, and there are periods of time where I don't. And during those periods of time where I don't, I start to lose faith in it. But the more that I take steps in that faith, like, regardless of how I feel, the more that it always returns. And I think that this is one of those periods where, like, yeah, you might feel alone, and you might feel like you just kind of want to give up on for me, it was like, I want to give up on a spiritual journey. Like, screw the law of attraction, screw manifestation, screw the idea that I can be happy. Like, I'm done. And I did that because I was afraid. I was afraid that if I kept believing in what it is that I truly desired, that I was never going to have anything at all, because I truly believed that what I desired wasn't possible. And so I fell back into that life, and it eventually, I was led right back to us, the spiritual connection, and that period of time did kind of have to happen and get me here. But I feel like, what this is really kind of saying for you is that you need to know that you are supported beyond what you, like, this is just a keep going, keep knowing you're supported, knowing that you're guided, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. Current energy for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know about their current energy? And know that what you want wants you. Like, that's important. Yeah, Two of Swords. You're at a crossroads. I think this is one of the, this is where most people give up kind of energy. I saw this graphic once, and it was like this, just line zigzagging upward. And it was like, there'd be a bunch of highs, and then there'd be a low. And it'd be like, some people give up. But then there'd be more highs, and there'd be another low. And it's like, where more people give up. And then there was an even higher high, but then the low was like really low. And it was like where most people give up. And then right after that low was like the success or whatever it is. I think that you truly don't realize that what is meant for you and the love that you desire, like the abundance, the success, it typically happens when you least expect it. And it typically happens right after you are literally being put through the ringer. And I think a lot of time people be like, I can't believe the universe is testing me this much. What I actually think that is the universe is sitting there cheering you on while you are facing a direct reflection of your limiting beliefs. While you in real time are facing the reasons why you don't think you can get there, why you're not good enough, why you're not lovable. And, people often say, the universe is testing me. No, you're being given an opportunity to show up for the life that you deserve when you're experiencing the opposite. And I feel like that's kind of where you're at right now, is you're closer than you've ever have been, and things might not feel good right now, but that doesn't mean that you're not getting to where you want to go. It just means that right now it doesn't feel like it, which is why I feel like you have this grounded card of stay grounded in your truth, stay grounded in believing and in faith and all those things that we like to talk about on this channel, because that's gonna get you there. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on love. All those things. Current energy for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know about? Whoa. Okay, hang on. That's way too many. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna take the Seven of Swords because it came out first, and then I feel like this Tower needs to be on the bottom. The Seven of Swords is the universe kind of saying, there's so much you don't know. There's so much that you don't know. It's if only you knew what was being set into motion for you, you wouldn't even think about giving up, because you would be like, oh, well, I'm not going to give up because I know it's happening, right? Right now you're just doubting that it's happening. Right now you're doubting that you can get there. So you're wanting to lean into that fear and that doubt, which is so natural and so human and so normal. So give yourself a break if you're feeling that way, because it's completely understandable, and it is literally part of the journey. But with this Ace of Wands and higher power, I really feel like this is this energy of keep putting one foot in front of the other, trusting that things are going to work out. And trust me, I know how hard it is to have faith that things are going to work out for you when they never have. Okay, I know how hard that is. But if you have the willingness to lean into that energy, you will literally start to create it. Our life is a reflection of what it is that we believe, what we believe we're deserving of, capable of, what we believe is possible for us. And when we lean into the belief that we can have the life that we desire, we literally in those moments create it. Manifestation is not something where it's oh, you affirm over and over again and then it appears. Okay, that's not how it works. Manifestation is about showing up for the life that you deserve, especially in the moments where it feels like it's not happening. And that for you, Cancer, is right now. So you're not alone. It might feel like things are worse, but I feel like they're actually getting better. All right, what does Cancer need to know moving forward? And you have this meant to be with the Ten of Pentacles. It's what you want wants you. The abundance that you desire is meant for you. It's meant to be. What does Cancer need to know moving forward? Oh my God. Oh, that's fun. Seven of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Wheel of Fortune. Your investment pays off. That's what this is. Your investment pays off. This is fulfillment. This is positive changes. This is all the good stuff. Keep investing. It will pay off. Like, I feel like that's what it will pay off. Keep going. It will pay off. And you might be like, I don't believe it. I haven't seen it. You haven't seen it yet. It hasn't happened yet. You're not there yet. Okay? That doesn't mean you're not getting there. It doesn't mean it's not happening. It's yet. You're not there yet. Your investment pays off. And I think that's where a manifestation, a healing journey is so hard, is because for a long time, it kind of just sucks. You just are hurting and you're healing a lot and you're facing a lot and your life just kind of seems to be getting worse and you're like, what the hell is going on? Like, I thought this was supposed to be fun. That's a lie. It's not fun. It's worth it. A healing, growth, manifestation journey, it's worth it. But it's not fun. But when you get to the other side, you're like, oh, okay, this is worth it. And I feel like that's what, you'll see. And I said this, there was a reading that I did for Cancer. It was like the universe is throwing you a surprise party. I had, I think, a couple people saying, nothing happened yet. When I do these readings, please know that this immediate future energy isn't like, oh, this is going to happen tomorrow or next week. It's literally saying that it exists in your future energy and it's coming towards you, okay? The timeline is going to totally depend on your journey. It could happen next week, but it could also be in 2 weeks from now or 2 months or a year. I'm not saying it is, okay? But I'm just saying if things are taking longer than you think, don't let yourself believe that means they're not happening. That is the number one way that people screw themselves over, is they give up when it doesn't happen as quick as they want it to. And that's where I truly believe most people don't, most people stop short of creating a life that they desire, is because they give up on it. Because it's hard. It's not an easy thing to do. What else does Cancer need to know moving forward? Just feels like it's happening. It's happening. And you might be like, but it doesn't feel like it's happening. You don't need to feel like it's happening and for it to be happening, okay? Eventually you will feel it. 2 of Cups. Hang on. I want clarity on this 2 of Cups. It's like... the 6 of Pentacles and the Lovers. It's like the physical manifestation of what lives in your heart. The physical manifestation of what lives in your heart. This is an energy of receiving. Heck, this is insane. Lovers, 2 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. This is insane. I think that, if the universe put a dream in your heart, a desire in your heart, that means it has every intention of making it happen. And sure, sometimes it's going to look a little different than you think, or it's going to take a little bit longer, or it's not going to happen in the way that you think. That doesn't mean it's not happening, and it doesn't mean that it's not going to be fantastic. It just means that your expectations are getting in the way. Expectations are the number one way that we create disappointment for ourselves when things don't work out exactly like we planned, because they might even work out better than you think. It's just that you don't see how. That's the problem. You don't see how, which is your human brain. That's your human brain jumping in and saying, I don't see the way. And that's why this spirit is saying, stay grounded. Stay grounded in your spiritual connection. Stay grounded in, your faith, because that's going to be the only thing that's going to get you there. What else does Cancer need to know moving forward? The physical manifestation of what lives in your heart. I like that. Ace of Swords, Page of Cups. I feel like, yeah, then there's the Fool. I feel like this is, like, keep taking steps in divine guidance. You know, the Page of Cups for me is really about divine guidance. It's about, like, not just intuitive guidance. Like, yeah, absolutely. I feel like those can kind of be one and the same. But, like, also paying attention to the signs around you. You know, making sure that you are listening to what the direction that the universe is leading you. If you are taking steps in divine guidance and you're listening to your intuition and you're listening to, you know, your heart, essentially, like, you're gonna get there. You are going to get there. It's literally impossible to fail as long as you don't give up. Like, I feel like that's, I don't know, I feel like that's the number one thing coming through in this reading. Don't give up. You are closer than you ever have been before. And I feel like I've said that in Cancer readings in the past. Like, you've said that before. Like, I know that you are. Like, you're even closer now than you were then. I just feel like this is very much about, you know, just don't settle. Don't allow yourself to give up on what you deserve, because it's meant for you. You're on the journey to finding it. Allow yourself to embrace that journey with all that comes with it. And you'll see that it's worth it in the end. All right, I'm going to hop on over to the extended. This extended is what you can do right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self. This reading was like what you need to know. Any information for that is in the description box below. Thank you so much, Cancer, as always, for your support of my channel. I do obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you are needing today. And as always, Cancer, I wish you nothing but love and healing and all of the wonderful things on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Cancer.